Okay guys, it's time for some friendlies. I have a clanny that I will start with, but anybody who joins and wants to do a friendly or a couple of friendlies with me, you are so much welcome to do so. Now the question is, will we? Thank you, Michael. Let's see how this goes. Headwind and the basic ball. We are on the front tee though, so might be okay. Thanks for dropping by and thanks for the good luck. I for sure needed them. That didn't go well. Wow, starts well, bad. It feels like a repetition of what I had earlier today on Tour 9. It was a bloodbath. A bloodbath, really. I'm just about to recover, but it has been a struggle. So Michael, what do you think about the new upgrade system and the new club levels, etc.? I mean, getting the at least now I will be able to get over there. So don't have to wait so as long to max out your epics. Lol. Yes, lol. I mean, now you need another 400 on top of the almost impossible level of reaching level 7. So that will be a fun journey. I saw Tommy earlier popping all his epics. I don't think he maxed everything, but it was like 80% of all the epics. Of course, the rares were possible. Those were of course maxed out. Do you see the stream? Okay, so to have a chance, we need to put this into the hole. Get into the hole. Let's see. So we are at almost min. I don't want to use too much topspin because then it's gonna for sure 1.3 at min. So we're going to use 1.5. One and a half. No, use 2. Because sometimes this is downhill as well. And great is not going to be enough. Well played. So are we going to? So I'm trying the thorn again, as we got a lot bit extra ball guide on that one now with the update, and if you were able to upgrade it to max. Was he able to upgrade all of them? Or did he also have some gaps? It's like these are the guys who have continuously won master level tournaments, and they still have a few clubs not upgraded. So then you know it's gonna be a long journey. So this one is 10%, but I will adjust 2 rings, which is about 3 with max distance. Yeah, that's crazy. I had one epic club upgraded to max. I was so happy about that. I've been very fortunate finding a lot of Endbringer cards, so I have that one at level 7. But that's the only epic that I have max. And now even I have a lot of rares that are not max because I didn't have enough clubs on those to upgrade them. Yeah, but it's fun. I mean, now let's see how this pans out. I mean, I'm not really sure exactly if any club was significantly improved, so much that if somebody has that club, it will change the game for those who plays against him. I'm not sure. Let's see. We will learn that fact. So this one is uphill, and sometimes you need to adjust down in the sand, which is of course not good. You will lose a lot of distance as there is a significant fall on this one. So I will place my aim on the right hand side of the cup. This is about mid, but I will only adjust 2 and a little bit. Let's see how that goes. Hello John, welcome. Oh, first time. Extra welcome to you, John. Thanks. So, god kväll, Kaido. I can battle you later on, Kaido. I will just run a few games with Shank here, and then we can switch. So this eagle is really difficult. Is there anybody who has a good tip how to set it up? Because I think it's like, depending on which angle you hit that rough, it's gonna deflect in different ways. So that's what is making it so hard. That is at least what I see. Well, good thing you used your winning streak on regular tour play then, because this is not gonna win you any money. This is only for honor. Or if there's any honor, I mean, it's only for fun. I mean, other stuff is also for fun, but it's not as fun to lose millions and millions if you compared to just running low end tours with not so I mean, basic balls or maybe marlins. But you're, of course, you can choose to play with whatever ball you like. Of course, I'm not gonna. Oh, this one I want. So Kaido, what do you think about the upgrade system that was released today? Did you have any luck on trading in something? I got 30 grizzly cards. So this one is interesting because you can not use max topspin here. And then we're going to look at where the wind is pointing, like about blue ring up, And then we're going to adjust 20 rings, and then we're going to adjust 2 more for we have tailwind, and then we're going to slice it. I don't have a bag set up for with basic clubs, but I can do that for sure if you like. Basic ball and only quarterback is for sure a challenge, because some of the holes are really long, and then you need to go with a lot of overpower. Even though you have 100 accuracy, it's still challenging in my view. Yeah. Well played. This one is so funny. The grizzly is like crazy good now. So this one is also a little bit downhill, but really difficult to get into the hole. So it's headwind. I will adjust this 3 rings and see where it goes. Maybe 2 rings would have been better. Oh, it's always difficult. So he only has half the wind. He adjusts 1.5 ring. That's probably better. No, not great. I'm not. What I got? I don't follow you, Kaido. So that's how I generally set up the drive I was talking about. Is how I set up these hooks and slices, but it's only valid if you are, yeah, let's go regular clubs and basic ball. Otherwise I need to change a bit, rebuild the bag somehow. One last go with shank, and then we can have a go, Kaido. So this one is quite difficult actually to get really close. I mean the adjustments are quite clear, but it's this jump over the trench there that is, I think, screwing things up. I got a grizzly. I changed some common cards for 30 grizzly cards. As all my commons are maxed out, I had the choice of 2 rares and 1 epic. So normally I use 4 backspin here. We're going to set the ball guideline short on purpose, and then we're going to do 1-to-1. I know that is probably a little bit too much, but I'm going to do it anyway. 1-to-1. This is very close to min club on the sniper, but we do have straight tailwind, so we're going to get extra push for that. I'm not sure if we won that. Oh, we did. Wow. So Kaido, if you send me a friendly match request, I will battle you after the next game, so we don't have too much waiting time. Boomer! Wow! For real? Wow! Thank you! Thank you! 10 bucks. That's the first donation ever on my channel. Thank you so much, Boomer. You're a fantastic person. I'm astounded. Wow. So this is again 20 rings. We're going to just adjust the for the wind is about blue ring, and then 20 rings this way. Max everything, let go, and hopefully you're so kind, man. Wow, $10 US. It's fantastic. So we're doing some friendly games here tonight and discussing whatever you feel like. I mean, I'm not as proficient as many of the super duper heroes in this game, but I do enjoy it, and I do believe I have some tips and tricks to bring to all of you. So that's what we're doing tonight. Anybody who feels like doing some friendlies, please announce in the chat, the YouTube chat, that you do want to, and then we try to keep track on who is next. Next up is Kaido. So after this game, I will do some battles with Kaido. So the ball guide on this one now is like crazy good. So much fun. Not sure. Where's this? This is almost min club. Almost min club is like half ring. No, 1 ring. Let's do 1 ring. No. No. It feels like a tournament already. Close but no cigar. You're up next, Kaido. It's gonna be maybe a shootout, unless Shank puts this one into the hole. I will inform him on chat, clan chat. Shank. So we have a shootout as well. That's all fun. So, those who are not Swedish, how do you find Swedish? If I say, hey son, what do you think that sounds like? It's that one was really easy, wasn't it? Yes. Well, you can't get everything, can you? So this one, normally I set up, I do the adjustment 1-to-1 with the B52, and the Grizzly should be also very close to the B52, so we could do 1-to-1, and half a ball of topspin from the front tee. Fortunately, I do not know Estonian, but I visit quite frequently to Tallinn, at least. I have some customers there. I work with sales, and some of my customers are in Estonia. So I do travel to Tallinn sometimes. Yes, do you have any personal experience, Michael? So half a ball, just a little bit of top spin, and then we want to land this very close to after the fringe, and then hopefully it will roll down towards the hole. 1-to-1, and let's see if we can get a perfect release in Tallinn or in Estonia. Boom. Good game. Good luck. So, Kaido, let's go. First game, it's always a little bit... Yeah, there's a lot of Swedish sort of descendants as well, I think, in Estonia. At least in the very western parts. I believe so. Shank, maybe we can do this. I will do a few games with Kaido first. That's I really like Estonia. Estonia gives a good feeling. I like the people. They are forward thinking and sees a lot of opportunities, and I like that with people when they don't just lie down and die and think life is crap, which I sometimes feel in the Swedish society there's a lot of tendencies like that. Oh, good. That is not good. How can they say that was good? Okay, Klaus. I will play a few games with Kaido here, and then you can have a continuation of your games with me, unless somebody else wants to try as well. You're so funny. I mean, Michael, I think the way you, so I still have a chance if I am able to get myself to a decent position. The game isn't over. So a little bit headwind, we will at least give it a chance, right? No. That was unfortunate. This putt is very seldom able to do. Good game. 1-0 to you. Well played. I don't think this is possible. Well, what do we think about that? No. 1-0. Well played. Let's go. Not even to shoot out. That is crap. Welcome. We are doing some chatter around. We have been talking about Swedish women. We're talking about the new release that came out today. We have been talking about. So please speak up in chat if you have something to say. What do you think? Will these upgrades, will they affect the way we play this game, or will they just improve the end game? What I think is that the Playdemic's previous release was meant to make it easier to progress towards somewhere around Tour 9 or 10. And then there's a sort of long grind if you're not really well, if you're not very well on playing this game. Normally, I think a lot of people are stopping at middle T and making sure that their funds are proficiently filled with godzillions of gold money. And to sort of take the next step up to rear T. Of course, the winds are also somewhat higher than Tour. Yeah, then it's fun, isn't it? We did a tournament in the Swedish Golf Mafia, the clan that I am in, and we did it all with common clubs and maximum marlin balls, and it's always very good fun. There's a lot of nice players in my clan, and it's like even more exciting than actually playing. Oh. Okay, at least I have a little bit head start here, so let's try to get the albatross. So we do 2.5. I don't know. 2. Let's do 2 backspin. We are almost at max, but we will lose some distance when we are just down here. So we move forward half a ring or something like that. Let's see. No. Yeah, depends if you feel the pressure or not. I mean, depending how big your funds are and what kind of person you are, because a lot of people are triggered by risking a lot. I like to have a well thought through strategy before I unlucky. So this one, I believe I will manage to do. So we have one final game. To decide who is tonight's champion. I mean, they for sure have extended the grind to get a really decent bag. As now they have, we need. Now we need 1,000 more rares to get them maxed, and then 400. I mean, even if you had a maxed out epic, you need another 400 now. That's like not many players that are able to max out the epics today. We heard about Neo, and I saw Tommy maxing out his clubs, but even these guys don't have enough clubs to max out everything. So then we can imagine how long it will take. You think so? I think I don't know. I mean, are the changes they incorporated today that significant? I don't know. So usually I play this around this shadow. Of course, if you don't have as much topspin, you need to move forward. And this is only valid for the first tee. Front tee. Yeah, it was good fun, and in the middle of the stream he was also, so this is good for me, not as good for UK though, but if you are in this situation, there's actually a way around this, because if you're lacking a little bit of distance, you can gain that by aiming high, right? And you can actually place your aim on high on the cliff wall to the left there. And of course it's not going to be, no, if you need to go left, that is not going to work. So I will show you. Go like up here. Can you see how high this aim is? So if you place here, you will gain a lot. Oh, what's this? Stäng av. Siri went on. I don't know. So by doing this, of course, you will need to sort of slice it or something to get your aim down there. But in this case, we can just play it like that, of course. But if you do like that, you will gain a lot of distance down there. So if you then slice it, your aim is going to be very much better towards that point. I don't want to play this ball because then of course the game will be a lot less fun. So yes, and then you sort of, if you judge about 30 rings to the right if you slice. So now you need to release on the right hand side of when it's on the as far right as possible. Sorry. So I will try the same shot. Why not? So I place up here. If I make it down to the rough, it's going to be about 2 topspin. Right? So let's judge. Is that about 30? It is, right? So I think I want to do a little bit of right curl as well. No. Wow. We needed a lot of more overpower as well. Yeah, I didn't use any overpower at all. Now we have another chance. So full overpower, full everything and slice. Yeah. Now it should go up there at least. What? You're too far too far. Oh, okay. Let's just do this. So okay. Not full overpower to no. You get another chance, Kaido. Crap. This turned out to be a farce. This is of course not something that you should try to do if you're... We are just wasting a lot of balls here. So let's finish this, hopefully. Think. Yes, I just love the how not to play. I mean, you will learn as much from those as from anything else, right? It went in. Wow. Okay, get into the hole, Kaido. Did anybody else want to try to play against my crappy GolfClash skills? Man, this is... Let's go again. Anybody else? Yeah, okay. We can do best of 5. Sure. Let me just do 2 more with Kaido, and then I can play with you, Boomer. So, in this case, headwind is going to be a little bit crappy to do this shot, but let's try. Yeah, best out of 5, Kaido. And then Boomer is up, if you can stay as long. I guess you're at work or something if you're waiting for some phone call. Here in Sweden we are at 9 o'clock in the evening. We also need to do some celebration because I just recently cracked the 100 number on subscribers. So I was thinking maybe we should close. Wow. Yeah, okay. That's understood. That's no problem. So I'm not sure. This rough part here is really crappy. But let's try it. Because the ball guide is so amazing on this new Goliath, the grizzly thing. So let's do 1-to-1. And hopefully we can release perfect. You're still in the game, Kaido. It's not lost. Let's see. So Klaus is actually also in the Swedish Golf Mafia, and he's a really good player and a good sport. We have so much fun in the clan chat. It's crazy, especially during weekends. It gets a little bit crazy, but we have a lot of fun. Yes. I was able to sink this albatross in the clan tournament, I think. Well played. Luck. So we have a shootout. Kaido Cross. Oh. Or maybe I'm pronouncing your name wrong as well. I didn't realize that. it looks like. You can say, spell it like Kaido. So let's do 2 backspin here. We don't want it to stop really. We want it to roll through the hole. And then we do 1-to-1. I do a lot of 1-to-1. When in doubt, do 1-to-1. How bad could it be, right? So use more than 2 backspin, Kaido. Less than 2 backspin, I mean. Oh, it must be that because I'm Nordic then. Cannot be because I know Estonian, because that for sure I don't. Bam 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 bam. So I'm really keen on starting my Tour 11 adventure. So that was what I was getting to when I sort of dwindled away in my thoughts for a while. Oh, it's close, but I don't know who won. Alright, so it's your turn now. Boomer, if you're here, please send an invite. I can play you more later on, Kaido, if we have some time after this. Or maybe I can find you in the list, not sure. So let's see. Something strange happened to me also. Now Boomer is online, so let's see. Boomer in the house. Oh, good luck, man. Our first. Battle. Good luck. When I did this the last time, I ended up in the tree. That was bad. So I'm not gonna do that again. I'll just go here. It's a little bit more boring, but at least it's a little bit safer, not having to rescue yourself from the rough or sand or something. And if anybody wants to join our clan, there's a few spots free. We are currently in Expert 3, no real ambitions of pushing towards Master 1. And definitely not pushing for C100, so we're just a relaxed clan trying to have fun. From Avicii concept. So let's straight at the pin and then do 7 rings. Let's see how that goes. This one should be, you end up more or less in the same place, so it should be quite easy to dial it in, but it's still difficult to get that one in the hole. Good luck. Get in the hole. Show us how it's done now, Boomer. And let's hope your friend doesn't call, because that would be ruining the moment a little bit. Robito, welcome. Thank you for the good luck. I believe I need it. Boomer seems to be on his toes today. So both. Ah, man. You had the aim, but not the control. I had a little bit more backspin, but the aim was off. So we go to shootout. That's good. It's always fun to have shootouts. Although it's sometimes a little bit trickier when you don't have any side spin. But then of course it's some of the shootouts are a little bit more. It's difficult to get really close. Oh, you have number 9, level 9 Goliath. Oh, it's quite heavy headwind as well. So normally you adjust this min, but I don't think it will be enough now. Maybe you need to go to mid. That's in the sand, man. More adjustment. So I don't think I can use this because maybe I can. Let's see. If we plan to land very short on this pad. And then we use as much of that pad as possible. Oh wait. Now I don't remember which way it was. Let's just shoot it straight down. So 1-0. Let's go. You have time for a best of 5 or best of 3? Yes, they are a little bit awkward because normally you haven't been playing these tours for a very long time. But the wins aren't that bad, as we only can play tour 4 up to tour 4. Let's see if my club is long enough to reach the little... Oh, oh, it's good. You can do the rough bump on the edge there, but just after the sand. This is really not going to work right. Crap. What about that? It's not gonna work either. So should we try the same approach that Boomer did? I don't know. I'll go here instead. So only one topspin. Some curl to maybe put ourselves up for a hornet approach towards the pin here. No, I don't have the hornet on. I think I have the new thorn with fantastic ball guide, but that will be fun as well. However, I'm not that used to the thorn club yet. But I believe it's about 1.9 at max. And I think it's about 10% downhill from where I'm laying to the green, so let's see if we can get one of those back roll into the hole. That was close. Well played. So no, we can't do the back roll, so we need to do the. I don't think this one has enough. Oh, so this is turning out to be quite a challenge anyway. So alright, max 1.9 is 3 rings, right? So 3 and a little bit, and then we do about this much curl and hope for the best, right? Up to the left. Ah, okay. That would have been cool, but I think you need side spin to adjust it, but maybe you don't. Do you? Is it only front and back spin to that shot? Or do you need to sort of tweak it down to the hole as well? So guys, what's your plans for Christmas? What do you normally do with your families, friends? This one is really fun, as long as it's not headwind, because headwind sucks when you don't have the yardage to go up there. Now we will borrow one ring, right? About 2 backspin. We adjust. I think 4 rings back, 1 ring forward. Fingers crossed, we hit great. Get in the hole. Thanks. So this one is 135 power. It's a lot better for this type of shot. But now we were fortunate to have tailwind. Cool. Seems you have plans as well. I'm also going to spend some time with family over Christmas, and then of course family with over New Year's as well. But we are going to come back to Stockholm area to celebrate the New Year's Eve. We're going away for Christmas. Man, that was unlucky. One last one. And come and get it now. Not sure. Is it possible to go there? I don't think so. Let's go anyway.
We stand together, united as one. Forward on we go, facing friend and foe. We will know what it is. We have not time for that. If we make mistakes, we are lost.
Yes, we want to have more snow, right? It's all good apart from having to shovel it away from your what do you call it? It's like something with dry. What do we think about this? It's gonna be. We need to have about at least one. So, and then we do 7 rings, 6.5. 6.5. At least we hit perfect. We're giving it a chance, right? No. It's short. Okay, I'm not sure if I enjoy a little bit of snow. When there comes those amounts of snow that you almost can't there's no, I mean, you have to start cleaning the parts you already cleaned before when the snowfall is really heavy. But if you start shoveling in one end, it's gonna be snow there again once you clean the whole thing. And then it's not so much fun to live in Sweden. Ooh, very nice line, just a little bit short. Unlucky, man. That looked really nice. So let's see if we can find some holes with where we can do some hook shots. I will try to talk you through it. Soon time for another tournament. Why do you think they didn't release the new holes? neither for the major or nor for the this time around. This is so unbelievably good, this ball guide thing, but you can't trust it really, right? Okay, so now we are in the bush a little bit, so let's just curl it minimally. Oh, now it's really in the bush. Okay. Good luck. Get in the hole. You need to play it very close to the tree there when we don't have any side spin. No. Wow. Man. Oops. Thanks for the games. Thank you, thank you, thank you. A lot of fun. Did we have anybody else? No, any other contenders? I probably can do a few more games, then I need to wrap this up. We have been on for about an hour. Okay, Klaus. I don't think I saw anybody else, so yes, for sure. Let's go. No. it's really you get used to playing with side spin very fast. or what to say, like yeah, it's really another, yeah, well, a little bit unlucky there on the not having the getting the albatross, because that one was really on line with the hole, right? So this one is actually quite similar to play with the basic ball as it is on tour 10, but now we don't have as much a high wind, of course, but so I will not use max topspin, because you see the angle where the ball lands on the second fairway is really low. That's why you sometimes get a really weird rollout. And to get a little bit higher arc, I normally curl this a little bit to the right, because then you get a higher angle towards the fairway there, and then it will not as often give you that strange rollout. It happens still, but and of course, if you're fortunate enough to adjust up the hill there, then of course you can gain a little bit. Then you can save maybe a Titan to a Katana or something instead. Or if you're hardcore and playing with Power 1 balls in the 2, 9 and 10. So this one is also really difficult to. I'm not gonna try it, because we didn't get far enough, and we don't have enough power in our ball to play it there. So let's see. Ooh. Really? I'm gonna chicken out. So a few more games with Jank, and then we are going to start to wrap this up. It has been a pleasure playing with you. I will try to do this more often. It's a lot. It's very relaxing and good fun. And I think even though the wins aren't that high and we are limited to tour 1 to 10, we still can learn a lot from each other, I think. I will also celebrate the 100 subscribers with doing some tour 11, and that will be a bloodbath for sure. I'm trying to save some millions now to to be able to lose that without any regret. I said that I wanted to stay above 400 million, so I can spend all the millions above that, and so on tour 11. That will be fun. I'm trying now to watch as much tour 11 like streams as possible to get an idea of the shootouts, to not make all the rookie mistakes. Of course, we're going to do a lot of rookie mistakes, but I haven't done any tour 9. That was before. That was before I started streaming. I did the tour 9. So I've done one tour 10, but mostly I'm doing the tour play silent. I've been streaming mostly I've been streaming the tournaments so far. Are you saying that tour 9 is yes, I actually caught tour 9 streams earlier, but it's so would that be of which one is of more interest, tour 9 or tour 10? I really don't like Nordic fjords. It's a lot too much water there. So this one we adjust heavily downhill and in headwind. So we adjust this 5 rings for 3 miles per hour in wind. And let's see where we end up. That was satisfactory without side spin. Boomer, you're a true supporter for the GolfClash community on YouTube and wherever else. But thank you for coming, and thank you for playing a few games with me. Let's do it again soon. So this one is very flat, but you need to make sure, if I didn't really pay attention now, if you have headwind or sidewind or tailwind. Let's see. So the APOC has 75 in accuracy. sure, actually. Let's give back one ring. Hopefully we can clear the rough on the second hop already, but I'm not sure. It looked a little bit tight, so maybe we end up in the rough. Wow, close. Yeah, I'm quite comfortable up to tour 9, but tour 10 is still it's still a challenge, especially when there's this Nordic fjords they are tough holes, and it's so easily one small mistake and you end up in the water, and then of course you're out of there. But that goes two ways, of course. Your opponents will also make mistakes, which you need to remember. that it doesn't feel like that, but they also do make mistakes. That's why I'm so amazed. When you watch all these streamers, you feel like, wow, they meet so many. There's a lot of mistakes being done, and when you play yourself, you have a whole different feeling about it. At least I do. Ooh, we're really short now. So we're just gonna go for it, right? 6. Still, you have a really nice shot if you have the grizzly. You can play the grizzly to about this place, and then you have a nice rough bump over there. So let's see. This one, we want to land it on the right hand side, sort of over here, and with full curl. I'm not sure about this actually, we might end up in rough. But let's see. That went well. Yes. They are soft and easy. I found that very interesting thought actually, kind of, because I was playing master level tournaments maybe a month ago, and when I got back to expert level wins, I was so relaxed and felt really good. So I guess that's how all these amazing players feel when they go down from tour 12 and play master level tournaments. It's like, how easy is this? Oh no. Very close. Yeah, master. It's really they also select some wins that are very challenging. So that was close. All right, Klaus, is that the last game, or should we have one more before we call it a night? I can give you one more. Then I need to do some other stuff. I don't know if you can see it. No, you can't. But right over here is the new computer that I'm trying to set up to move my streaming from this computer to that computer. And apparently that the guys who developed the OBS studio software was not having that in mind, that you might want to move platform. Oh, it's still an old one. It's a iMac from 2012, so it's still an old one, but it has a very a lot of RAM now, and this one is from 2009, so this one is really old. So let's use 1.5 topspin here. Normally you play from this position, and then it's really difficult to judge how much curl you want to use. In this case, when we go here, it's very easy to judge how much curl you want to use, because it's almost max. Not really max, because you have headwind, and that will turn the ball a little bit extra, so we remove a little bit of the curl. And we hit it great. Maybe we are in the rough anyway then. Let's see. No, this looks okay. I don't know exactly the specs, but it's from 2012. It has decent amount. It has a little bit better hard drive. It's not a SSD disk, but it has 32 gigs of RAM, and I believe it will be a lot better than the one that I'm streaming from now. I had some problems setting up the sound filters, and I think, hello Thomas, welcome. We're just finishing this, but you're so welcome to come here. Next time maybe you and I can have a few games. We would like to find some stuff to fill the non-tournament weeks with, right? And I do have my projects here, and I'm still working on. So let's see, we are at max, so it's gonna be 2 rings, or 1.5 actually. One and a half ring. No, let's do 2 rings, because we have headwind as well. Let's see where we end up. We were able to hit it perfect, but didn't have enough topspin to get it into the hole. You should, Kaido. Let me know if you need some help setting up the software, because most of it is freeware. Depending on what kind of device you want to stream from, I'm using a not very expensive software part to do the mirroring from an iPad to my computer. And that's more or less it, what you need. Of course, it's good if you can. If you're a graphic designer, then of course your stream will look fantastic as well. I'm a little bit just fiddling around. It will be fun. I look forward to watch that stream, Kaido. If it has a really nice CPU, then it will be perfect for streaming. You don't need a very fast disk for streaming, online streaming, but if you want to edit videos, of course, then you need both a good CPU and a fast disk. this one is straight headwind. It's so easy to misjudge the amount of power, but Shank did it very well. That's a nice shot. Nice shot. My daughter is about to go to bed as well, so this will be perfect to round this off. So we're at max. That's the idea, but I'm not sure I will be able to do it. So 4.5. I usually play this 20%. That will be 6 rings, right? So we use 7 then, because we are also moving down. And we hit great. Oh, the Intel i7, that should be a great platform to do it for. Good games, well played, a lot of fun. I'm suffering a little bit. I was visiting the gym the other day. It's been a blast. Thank you for being here, and I always enjoy it, and it's so fun to spend some time with you guys. See you out there, and for sure we'll do this again. Maybe not next week, as we have the tournament on the same, ruining all the evenings, and sometimes you need some time for the family as well. But the week after, thank you. So keep in touch, and see you out there. Bye bye.